Leo, Joe, it's this year 10-year jubilee since this lineup of the band is playing together, if I got it right, since you joined.
I didn't realise, but I suppose it is, isn't it?
I think you're right, yeah.
So how much have the questions about the lineup and so gone now? Is it a normal situation, or were people still asking?
There's always a few people that I don't know where they come from, because, as you say, we've been playing together for 10 years now and built up quite a following. A lot of new people, young people, a lot of old fans have come along and they really enjoy it. But occasionally you will get someone saying, "Where is Alvin Lee?" I guess you will still get that, even now. After Alvin's passed on, that people will still ask.
Yeah. People who've been in a coma, perhaps.
Joe, I think it must have been really difficult, especially in the beginning, having to follow Alvin's footsteps. How did he cope with this situation?
There was a bit of pressure, but I just enjoyed playing, and I just sort of did the gig, and I just treated it as a gig, and treated it as playing music, and did the best I could. And I didn't fixate on those things. And luckily for me, the audiences were very positive towards me. So it was easy to kind of get into it and be confident with it, because everyone was really great.
Thanks, Joe. This moment for you goes something like this.
You're playing here in Rother at the Rother Bluestagen for the second time, right, 5 years ago. Do you still have any memories about 5 years ago?
Golly, last week I can't remember. It was quite difficult. I do remember playing here, yes.
He remembers playing.
And I'm sure it was, we did have a good time. We nearly always do.
You're slowing down this spring, especially in Germany, playing less shows. Then restarting in the autumn. Why that?
I think it was a decision by our agent. I think they felt that we were working in too much. I'm quite happy to take a little bit of time out.
Yeah, I think we're going to America as well, so we had to have space to do that.
Oh yes, yeah. It's not all holiday. No, I think there's a big, long 5 or 6 week tour in America in between us slowing down and then us catching up again, which hasn't really been publicised yet. So I think we go to America in July. And in between times, of course, we've got 170 split dates as well. So there's no slowing down, I'm afraid.
You did Evolution and the live album. I've heard there are plans for doing a new album, new songs, but recording them live.
I think that would be a good thing. I mean, not necessarily new songs too. 10 years after have such a catalogue, and there's always someone asks, "Why didn't you play this song? This is my favourite song." It would be fun to do it live and play some of the songs that 10 years after have never played live.
There's a special connection in a way between 10 years after and Germany, especially for you, Leo. You've been playing in the Star Club back then with the Jaybirds.
Correct, yeah, that was Alvin and I and a drummer called Pete Evans, 1962. So yes, second home, Germany. Maybe a first home when I moved to America, but yeah.
You're based in Nashville now.
I've just moved back. I've still got a home in Nashville, but I've moved to Wales, to Cardiff. I've got a home in Cardiff as well.
Which is the Nashville of the UK.
It's the Nashville of the UK. It's a big music city, and I've been working in Europe so much these past 10 years, as you said, with 10 years after, that I needed to have a European base. And I think I would have liked to, maybe Germany was a consideration too. But my wife doesn't speak German, and she wouldn't mind living here if I wasn't on the road all the time, but what really she didn't want to do was to move to another country and then me be gone. So we ended up in Wales.
And what keeps you still going on the road that much? You're not the youngest anymore.
No, I'm not the youngest. I'm probably not the oldest either. I mean, there are some people older than me on the road. But I just love it. I don't think about age. As long as I can do it and people want to hear it, then I will do it. And you know, when I can't do it, I'll probably just die. I don't know.
You both have your second band beside 170 Split. What was the initial point for starting it?
Well, 170 Split?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's nice to do something outside of the 10 years after sphere, if you like, and it just seemed a natural kind of progression, really, for me to end up working with Leo and doing something else. And you know, it's difficult with 10 years after because you always have to play a certain amount of songs, and of songs people know. They want to hear those songs, and so you're kind of limited. You know, you can in a way, and so it was kind of made sense for us to do something else. I think. I mean, the technical side. Leo got offered a record deal. Someone asked you to make a record, didn't they? And he originally was going to have lots of guests on the album, and I was going to be one of those guests, and then it eventually kind of morphed into it being just the two of us, mainly.